Hello everyone, welcome to Dakshina e-classroom program, and this is a solution video for exam DCRT03 for medical students. And I hope everyone tried their best during your exam, and the problems which you were not able to solve during your exam is equally important to be understood even after the exam, because this is not your final exam. You are in a learning stage or to prepare yourself for the final exam. So I hope this video will be helpful in clearing your understanding the questions which you were not able to solve during your exam. So let's continue without any delay. So here we have question number 1. The reflected ray is completely polarized when a ray is incident at an medium of refractive index 1.73. Then the value of angle of refraction. So this is basically question number 1. It's based on Brewster's law, and here we know actually tan theta is equal to 1 by mu. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by mu, and that is equal to tan inverse 1 by 1.73. 1.73 is equal to root 2. So tan inverse of 1 by root 3, that is equal to 30 degree. So theta is equal to 30 degree. This is the answer to the problem. And next question number 2. Parallel beam of light of wavelength 6000 angstrom get diffracted by a single slit of width 0.3 mm. The angular position of the first minima of diffracted light. तो ये अगर स्लिट है तो यहाँ पे आपको समझ में आना चाहिए जो एंगुलर पोजीशन होती है दिस थीटा. सो थीटा इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, लैम्डा बाय d, where d is this width, and substituting 6000 angstrom minus 10 divided by 0.3, that can be written as 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 and 3 7, so it's basically left 10 to the power minus 3 and it's 2, so it's coming out to be theta is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 radian. This is the angular position of first minima matching with option number 1. Next question number 3. Fringe width observed in YDSA is beta. If the frequency of the source is double, the fringe width will become. तो यहाँ पे बीटा क्या होता है अपने पास, lambda capital D by small d. Nothing has been said about capital D and small d, only the frequency is double. So frequency is double, frequency is made 2 times f prime. This implies lambda prime is equal to made half, right? So we are keeping remaining things constant, so this implies beta prime is equal to lambda by 2 capital D by small d. This implies it's beta by 2. This is the answer matching with option number 3. Okay, next question number 4. If two coherent sources are placed at a distance 3 lambda from each other, symmetric to the center of the circle as shown in the figure, then number of maximas shown on the screen placed along the circumference is. तो यहाँ पे देखो ये हो रहा है, ऐसा है तुम्हें, and these are two sources so which are placed at separation, let's say source A and B, and this separation is 3 lambda. तो इस सिचुएशन में क्या होता है, देखो at this point separation will be 0, so path difference is 0 and we will have one maxima. At this point path difference is 3 lambda, we will have another maxima, and at some point here it will be the path difference will be equal to lambda, because 0 to 3 lambda it's increasing, and here it will be somewhere 2 lambda. So we got actually 1 2 3 4, and similarly 2 here and 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, and 2 here, 1 here. Counting these we are getting it's 12 total number of maxima, which is matching with option number 2 for question number 4. Next question number 5. Due to the interference of two light wave of same intensity I, the maximum intensity will be standard results. Maximum intensity is equal to what, 4I naught into cos square phi by 2. So the maximum value of this is coming out to be 4I naught. This is the situation when each source has a intensity I naught. So it's matching with option number 1. Option number 1. Question number 6. Spherical wavefront shown in a figure strike a plane mirror, reflected wavefront will be shown. तो यहाँ पे देखो क्या हो रहा है, ये है अपने पास एक प्लेन मिरर और एक वेव फ्रंट ऐसे यहाँ पे स्ट्राइक कर रहा है. तो ये क्या होगा, ये जो स्ट्राइक किया है वो क्या होगा, लाइक स्टार्ट हो जाएगा लाइक दिस, एंड दिस फर्दर लाइक सो इट विल बी लाइक दिस. एक्चुअली इस तरह की चीज़ें वो आपको वेव फ्रंट आपको समझ में आता है, देन इट शुड बी इवन क्लियर टू यू. तो यहाँ पे ऑप्शन अगर आप चेक करेंगे तो नन ऑफ द ऑप्शन इज एग्जैक्टली प्रॉपरली मैचिंग, बट यहाँ पे जो कंडीशन है वो ये है कि ये जो पॉइंट है ना वहाँ पे like that should be the center actually, and it's like more appropriate to option number 3. You can say most appropriate. Next, question number 7. If terminal speed of sphere of gold of density 19.5 kg per meter cube is 0.2 meter per second in viscous liquid of density 1.5 kg per meter cube, find the terminal speed of sphere of silver of density 10.5 kg per meter cube of same size in the same liquid. ठीक है ना. तो यहाँ पे अपने पास होता है V terminal is equal to 2 R square into G multiplied by rho minus sigma divided by 9 into eta. ठीक है. स्फेयर है और यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, एक गोल्ड, तो V टर्मिनल फॉर गोल्ड, सो यू कैन राइट इट 2R square G into 19.5 minus 1.5 divided by 9 eta, and this is equal to 0.2. Next, V terminal for silver, you can write this is equal to 2R square G, और ये क्या हो जाएगा, this is a 10.5 minus 1.5 right ना, divided by 9 eta. Let's say this is x. इनको दोनों को सिंप्लीफाई कर देते हैं डिवाइड करके, तो ये बाकी सब चीज़ें कैंसिल हो जाती हैं. दिस एंड दिस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी बेसिकली 18 डिवाइड बाई हियर इट्स बेसिकली 9 इक्वल टू 0.2 डिवाइड बाई एक्स, एंड सिंप्लीफाइंग एक्स इज इक्वल टू 0.1 मीटर पर सेकेंड. सो दिस इज द टर्मिनल स्पीड ऑफ सिल्वर स्फीयर मैचिंग विद ऑप्शन नंबर 1. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर this is question number 7. Next, question number 8. So here question number 8, in the if the difference between pressure inside and outside of soap bubble is equal to 4 mm of water column and its radius is 16 mm, what is the surface tension in the dyne per centimeter. तो यहाँ पे आपको बबल के लिए डेल्टा P must be equal to 4T by R. So this is 4T, we don't know, divided by R is 16 into 10 to the power minus 3 mm, and this is equal to rho G into H, 4 mm height of water column, that is equal to 1000 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. तो इनको सॉल्व कर देते हैं, तो यहाँ से अपने पास T आता है. T is coming out to be, this is minus 3, so this is gone, and 4, this 4 also gone, and we are like 160 into 10 to the power minus 3, it's Newton per meter. ठीक है ना. इसको if we are converting that into dyne, then T is equal to 160 dyne per centimeter. That is the surface tension matching with option number 4. Next, question number 9. There are two identical small hole of area of cross section small a on the opposite sides of the tank containing liquid of density rho. The difference in height between the holes is as the tank is resting on a smooth horizontal surface, horizontal force which has to be applied on the tank to keep it in equilibrium is. तो यहाँ पे देखो क्या कर रहा है, एक टैंक है this, और इसमें क्या हो रहा है, एक होल यहाँ पर है, एक होल यहाँ पर है. लेट्स से दिस इज हाइट h1 और इसका हाइट मान लेते हैं h2, एंड इट्स गिवन h2 minus h1 is equal to h. This is mentioned. तो यहाँ से लिक्विड जाएगा, it will apply some force F1, liquid will come from here, it will apply some force, thrust force F2, और आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि force F is equal to rho A, area of cross section, into V square. This is the force acting on the thrust force acting on the container. तो यहाँ से अपन substitute करते हैं, then we are getting actually F1 is equal to rho into A into V1 square, and F2 will be like opposite direction, rho A into V2 square. So net force is equal to what, F2 minus F1, that is equal to rho A V2 square minus V1 square, and this is equal to rho A. V2 क्या होगा, root over 2G H2, V1 क्या होगा, root over 2G H1, और this is, so this is G H into 2 multiplied by, this will be like H2 minus H1, and that is equal to 2 rho A G, no H here, this H2 minus H1 is equal to H. So this is the force, net force need to apply on the container to keep it in equilibrium, and it's matching with option number 3. Okay, next question number 9 and next question number 10. Body of weight 50 gram in air and 40 gram in water, how much would it weigh in liquid of specific gravity 1.5? तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया, 50 gram in air, so let's say volume is V, density rho into G. So I can write 50 gram is equal to this. 40 gram in water means V G, this is rho minus water of density of water is 1. ठीक है, और यहाँ से अपन देख सकते हैं Vg की वैल्यू कितनी आ जाती है अपने पास, V into G is coming out to be G is 10, so all right, so we are getting okay, so the value, okay, let me just solve it. So we got it up to here, and the next condition given is that what would be its weight in a liquid of specific gravity 1.5. so let's say it's W and that is equal to V G into rho minus 1.5. तो ये अब अपन को सॉल्व करके इसकी वैल्यू निकालने का है, ठीक है। तो ओके, तो यहाँ से अगर मैं देखता हूँ, सो जस्ट G, all right, so from these two actually I can simplify it. So let me simplify it. So I'm getting 5 by 4 is equal to, this is rho by rho minus 1. Vg gets cancelled. Simplifying it, 5 rho minus 5 is equal to 4 rho, and this implies so rho is equal to 5. So density of that sphere or density of that body is coming out to be 5. इसको यहाँ पे रख देते हैं, and Vg, ये इसमें यहाँ से अपने पास आ जाएगा 50 is equal to 5 into V into G, and this implies Vg is equal to 10. Substituting everything here, we are getting W is equal to 10 multiplied by 5 minus 1.5, and this implies W is coming out to be 35 gram. So corresponding to weight of that body in a liquid of specific gravity 1.5, it's coming out to be 35 gram. That's matching with option number 4. Next question number 11. Let me erase the board. Okay, so next question number 11 here. So it's saying, in which case there is maximum extension in the wire if same force is applied on each wire of same material. So material of the wire is actually same. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11, तो देखो फोर्स इक्वल टू व्हाट, के एक्स, और सेम फोर्स अप्लाई किया जा रहा है, तो एक्स इज इक्वल टू एफ बाई के, एंड फॉर ए वायर के इज इक्वल टू वाई ए बाई एल. Y is Young's modulus, which is same for all because material is same. A is the area and L is the length of the wire. So this implies X is coming out to be F into L divided by Y by A. So this implies X is directly proportional to length, inversely proportional to area. So now out of the available options, you need to check for the value of L by A, which is having maximum. The extension will be maximum for applied same force. So maximum extension, just going through that, you will get it's matching exactly like for D, where L is equal to 400 centimeter and D is equal to 0.01. because यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं कि आपका डायमीटर लीस्ट होना चाहिए और लेंथ मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए, बट यहाँ पे आपको चेक करना होगा जो अवेलेबल ऑप्शन है चीज़ें उसमें से लाइक fourth one will have this maximum value, so extension will be highest in case of 4. Now option matches with D, or sorry, like it's matches with option 4. Next question number 12. So here a short-sighted person can see distinctly only the object which lies between 10 centimeter 100 centimeter from him. The power of the spectacle lens required to see a distant object. तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि 10 सेंटीमीटर से 100 सेंटीमीटर के बीच में तो वो देख पा रहा है, लेकिन जो दूर की ऑब्जेक्ट है उसको नहीं देख पा रहा है. तो अगर दूर की ऑब्जेक्ट की इमेज 100 सेंटीमीटर पर बन जाती है, देन ही विल बी एबल टू सी दैट. सो द फाइनल like we need to correct we need in lens to correct that. So here we can have that for here this final image is equal to minus 100 centimeter, this is in minus infinity, and focal length is required, so we can get it 1 by v minus 1 by u is equal to 1 by f. This implies 1 by minus 100 minus 1 by infinity equal to 1 by f, and this implies f is coming out to be minus 100 centimeter, and power is equal to what, 1 by f, that is equal to 1 by minus 100, that is equal to minus 1 by 1 meter, and that is 1 diopter meter. So negative, so power of the lens required is minus 1 diopter. It's matching with option number 2. Next question number 13. Which is the corrective vision for short sightedness? तो यहाँ पे शॉर्ट साइटेडनेस पर्सन मीन्स लाइक ही विल नॉट बी एबल टू सी द ऑब्जेक्ट प्लेस्ड एट फार डिस्टेंस अवे। और ये आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि शॉर्ट साइटेडनेस में होता क्या है। सो द इमेज इज एक्चुअली फॉर्म्ड बिफोर रेटिना एंड फॉर करेक्टिंग दैट वी नीड एन कॉनकेव लेंस, ठीक है ना। तो यहाँ पे एक्चुअली इफ यू जस्ट लुक एट दीज फोर ऑप्शंस ऑल आर करेक्ट, but you are supposed to answer which is correct for short sightedness. So that is matching with option number 1. It's simple, straightforward. So 1 is the right answer for question number 13. Next question number 14 here. So 14 it's saying the magnifying power of astronomical telescope is 10 and focal length of its eyepiece is 20 centimeter. Focal length of its objective, it's again formula based problem. So magnifying power of telescope is given by f objective divided by f eyepiece. This is given as 10 and f objective divided by eyepiece कितना दे रखा है 20 centimeter. 20, this is equal to 10 and this implies f objective is equal to 200 centimeter. That should be the focal length matching with option number 1. Next question number 15. Compound microscope is made from two lenses. Which statement is true concerning the operation of compound microscope? तो यहाँ पे आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप में होता क्या है। एक लेंस रहता है, ये ऑब्जेक्ट का यहाँ पर रियल इमेज बनाता है एंड दिस फाइनली लाइक magnified image, virtual image. So that is what happened and the question is only regarding that. Both lenses form real image? Definitely not. Both lenses form virtual image? Also not. The lens closest to the object form virtual image? No. The lens closest to the object form real image and other lens form virtual image, and that's true actually, matching with option number 4. Next question number 16. A point object is at 30 centimeters from a convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter and refractive index 3/2. The final image of the object will be at infinity. तो final image infinity पे बनने के लिए क्या होना चाहिए, जो सिस्टम हमारा बन रहा है उसकी नेट फोकल लेंथ कितनी हो जानी चाहिए, 0, ठीक है ना। तो फोकल लेंथ अगर 0 हो जाती है तो इसका मतलब क्या हो रहा है बेसिकली we can write. So another concave lens of focal length 60 centimeter placed in contact with the previous one. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, concave lens of focal length 60 centimeter. तो f equivalent निकाल लेते हैं. So 1 by f equivalent 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. तो पहले में क्या हो रहा है, 1 by like this is object placed from convex lens. So object distance है of focal length 20 and here minus 60. Let me check it. ठीक है ना। तो अब यहाँ पे ओके तो अगर इस कंबाइंड सिस्टम की, लेट मी जस्ट क्लियर इट अगेन, आई थिंक आई जस्ट मेड सम स्मॉल मिस्टेक। यहाँ पे ये पूछा गया कि एक कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ लेंसेज अपन को बनाने का है सच दैट कि एक ऑब्जेक्ट को 30 सेंटीमीटर पर रखा जाता है तो फाइनल इमेज इन्फिनिटी पे बननी चाहिए। तो मतलब ये होता है कि जो हमारे पास इक्विवेलेंट लेंस बन रहा है उसकी फोकल लेंथ अगर 30 सेंटीमीटर पर बन जाती है तो हम फोकस पर रखते हैं तो ऑब्जेक्ट की इमेज इन्फिनिटी पे बनती है। सो मीन्स द इक्विवेलेंट फोकल लेंथ मस्ट बी इक्वल टू व्हाट, 30। तो वो अपन चेक कर लेते हैं कि कौन से केस में 30 आ रहा है। सो इन ऑप्शन 1 वी आर चेकिंग, तो दिस इज कमिंग आउट टू बी बेसिकली हाउ मच, दिस इज 3 minus 1 divided by 60, that's coming out 2 by 60, it's coming out to be 1 by 30. So f is equal to 30 centimeter. Now you can see, so in this case similarly you can check for other, they will not be matching. So the right answer here matches with option number 1 for question number 16. Next question number 17. Two thin lenses are in contact and the focal length of the combination is 80 centimeter. If the focal length of the one of the lens is 80 centimeter 20 centimeter, then the power of the other lens. तो ये सिंपल है, कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ लेंस है जिसमें इक्वलेंट फोकल लेंथ दे रखी है तुम्हें 80 सेंटीमीटर, दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 1 by f1 दैट इज 20 प्लस 1 by f2. यहाँ से सॉल्व करके अपने पास आता है 1 by f2 इज इक्वल टू 1 by 80 minus 1 by 20 and simplifying it we are getting it's how much, this is the 80 LCM, this is 1 minus 3, so f2 is coming out to be minus 80 by 3 centimeter. ये आ जाता है अपने पास फोकल लेंथ। अब इसका पावर पूछा गया है तो पावर क्या हो जाएगा, पावर इज इक्वल टू माइनस 3 by 80 एंड ये सेंटीमीटर में मीटर में कन्वर्ट करेंगे तो दिस इज माइनस 300 by 80 एंड इट कम्स आउट टू बी minus 3.75 something 75 diopter. So that's matching with option number 4. Next question number 18. For a prism of angle 5 degree and its refractive indices for red and violet colors are 1.5 and 1.6 respectively, the angular dispersion produced by the prism. So angular dispersion theta is equal to what? A times mu violet minus mu red. Simple formula based problem is given as 5 degree multiplied by its 1.6 minus 1.5, that's coming out to 0.5 degree. That is the angular dispersion, and matching with option number 3. Next question number 19. So medium has NV, refractive index for violet color 1.56, and R 1.44. Then its dispersive power, again it's formula based problem, omega is equal to NV minus NR divided by NV plus NR divided by 2 minus 1. Substituting the values, 1.56 minus 1.44 divided by 1.56 plus 1.44 divided by 2 minus 1, और ये अपने पास सॉल्व करके आता है 0.12 डिवाइडेड बाई, यहाँ पे कितना हो जाएगा, दिस इज 3 by 2, 1.5 minus 0.5, and simplifying it comes out to be 6 by 25 is the answer, matching with option number 2. Next question number 20. Concave mirror of focal length f produces an image n times the size of object. So means magnification is n. Object, if image is real then the distance of the object from the mirror. तो u आपको पूछा गया है, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, magnification minus v by u is equal to n. This implies v is equal to minus of nu, and v is equal to u f divided by u minus f. Substituting the values, so this is minus u into minus f divided by minus u plus f, that is equal to minus nu. Simplifying for it, we are getting this cancelling out. F is equal to minus minus plus nu minus nf, and this implies u is coming out to be f 1 plus n divided by n, and this is the object distance, which is matching with option number 3. So this is answer to question number 20. Next question number 21. Let me erase the board. Okay, so next question number 21. A Carnot engine has the same efficiency between 800 Kelvin and 500 Kelvin and X Kelvin source into 600 Kelvin, then the value of X. तो मतलब दो आपके पास सिस्टम है टेम्परेचर का. क्वेश्चन नंबर 21. Carnot engine की efficiency है 1 minus T2 by T1, and it's the same. So this is 1 minus 500 divided by 800, that is equal to 1 minus source. This is a 600 divided by some X. तो x की वैल्यू आपको पूछी गई, so this cancel, minus minus plus, this and this implies x is equal to 600 multiplied by 8 divided by 5, so x is equal to 96 Kelvin. That is the answer, matching with option number 2. Next question number 22. Efficiency of Carnot heat engine is 0.5 when the temperature of the source is T1 and that of the sink is T2. The efficiency of the another Carnot heat engine is also 0.5. The temperature of the source and sink of the engine are respectively. So eta 0.5 is equal to eta is equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. तो ये एक के लिए है, दूसरे के लिए भी एक्जेक्टली एफिशिएंसी इतनी ही हो, उसके लिए पॉसिबल कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टेम्परेचर ऑफ सोर्स एंड सिंक कैन बी. सो ऑप्शन चेक कर लेते हैं. ऑप्शन 1 में है, देखो ये आपका this is a 2T1 and 2T2. तो यहाँ पे eta क्या आ जाएगा, 1 minus 2T2 divided by 2T1. That's cancelling out 1 minus T2 by T1. You can see this is exactly 0.5. And similarly, you can check for others. It will not be exactly coming out to be 0.5. So this is matching with the option number 1. Question number 23. Next, the 3 moles of an ideal monatomic gas perform a cycle as shown in the figure. The gas temperature of the in different states are T1, T2, T3 and T4 are mentioned. The work done by the gas during the cycle is nearly. तो आपको nearly पूछा गया है, तो यहाँ पे cycle आपको इस तरह से दे दी गई है, this and this, इस तरह से this, right? यही है cycle अपने पास. This is 1, 2, T3 and T4. This is given as 400 Kelvin, 800 Kelvin, 2400 Kelvin, and this is 1200 Kelvin. देखो तो ये क्या है, P2 टेम्परेचर प्रेशर वर्सेस टेम्परेचर ग्राफ है. And now for this graph you must be understanding this process 1 to 2, it's an isochoric process, so work done is 0, and for this process also work done is 0. There will be only work done by this process, work done in this process. So let's say it's W1 and it's W2, and ये क्या है, दोनों isobaric process है. So net W will be equal to W1 plus W2, and in isobaric process W is equal to NR delta T. तो ये हो जाएगा basically, I mean W is equal to NR delta T in isobaric process. तो यहाँ पे अगर हम इसको सॉल्व करते हैं, so W is equal to W1 and 3R delta T. तो यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर कितना हो रहा है, ये in this process 4 to 1, so 400 and this is 1200, so it's basically final 400 minus 1200 plus this is 3R, and here temperature is 24 minus 8, so 2400 minus 800, and this comes out to be basically minus 3R into 800 plus 3R into 1600, and this comes out to be 3R into 800, substituting 2400 multiplied by 8.314, simplifying it comes out to roughly 20 kilojoules. So this is the work done in the cyclic process, matching with option number 2. Next question number 24. Alright, so in an adiabatic process, pressure is increased by 2 by 3%. If Cp by Cv means gamma is 3 by 2, then the volume decreases by about. So Pv power gamma is equal to constant in adiabatic process. Differentiating it, this is V power gamma dP plus gamma V power gamma minus 1 into P into dV equal to 0. Rearranging it, dP divided by P is equal to minus of gamma times dV divided by V, and this is multiplied by 100 multiplied by 100. तो यहाँ पे आपको देखा है this quantity is equal to how much? It's mentioned as 2 by 3%, and this is equal to 3 by 2 minus multiplied by dV by V multiplied by 100. So this is the percentage change in volume that comes coming out to be dV by V multiplied by 100 is equal to, यहाँ पे ये माइनस था डिक्रीज हो रहा था, तो माइनस माइनस एक प्लस, और ये वॉल्यूम विल इंक्रीज, एंड दैट्स कमिंग आउट टू बी 4 by 9%. That's matching with option number 1. Okay, next question number 25. So in question number 25, ideal gas is taken round the cycle A, B, C, A. In the cycle, the amount of work done involved is, तो यहाँ पे आपको PV diagram दे रखा है, area under the PV graph will be the work done, and that area is simply equal to 1 by 2 into 3 P1 multiplied by 2 V1. This is coming out with 3 P1 V1 is the work done, matching with option number 3. Next question number 26. When temperature of gas filled in a closed vessel is increased by 1 degree Celsius, pressure increases by 0.4%. The initial temperature of the gas was, तो यहाँ पे P is directly proportional to, I can write P is equal to some alpha into T. This implies delta P by P is equal to delta T by T multiplied by 100, तो याद आएगा percentage multiplied by 100. This is given as 0.4, and delta T is 1 degree Celsius divided by T into this, and this implies T is equal to 100 divided by 0.4, that is coming out to be 250 Kelvin. So this is the initial temperature of the gas, that is matching with option number 3. Next question number 27. So यहाँ पे temperature of furnace is 24 degree Celsius, and intensity is maximum in its radiation spectrum nearly at 12,000 angstrom. If the intensity in the spectrum of the star is maximum nearly at 4800 angstrom, then the temperature of this surface temperature of the star, so 24 degrees Celsius is equal to 2601 Kelvin. This is by Wien's displacement law. So lambda max multiplied by temperature should be constant. So for this 2601 multiplied by 12,000, this should be equal to what? जो next अपने पास स्टार का टेम्परेचर है मान चलते हैं T, और इसकी करस्पॉन्डिंग वेवलेंथ है 4800. सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं यहाँ से, this cancel out 48 10 4, and temperature is coming out to be 2601 multiplied by 10 divided by 4. This comes out to be roughly around 65,100 Kelvin. Simplifying it, that comes out to be roughly T is equal to around 6200 degree Celsius. because it's asking for the nearby option. 6219 something आता है, 6219 degree Celsius. That's matching with option number 3. Next question number 28. Okay, so next question number 28. Two rectangular block having identical dimensions can be arranged either in configuration 1 or configuration 2 as shown in the figure. One of the block has the thermal conductivity K and other has 2K. The temperature difference between the ends along the x-axis is same in both the configuration. It takes 9 seconds to transport the certain amount of heat from hot end to the cold end in the configuration 1. The time to transport the same amount of heat in the configuration 2 is. तो करंट अपन देख लेते हैं, रेजिस्टेंस देख लेते हैं. configuration 1 में है क्वेश्चन नंबर 28. Here 2 are arranged like this. So here is conductivity K, here conductivity 2K. Remaining things dimensions same. तो R क्या होता है? R is equal to L by KA. तो इसका अगर मैं रेजिस्टेंस R लिखता हूँ, definitely here will be 2R, then R equivalent will be equal to 3R, and let's say temperature difference is delta T. So the current Q dot is equal to how much? Delta T divided by 3R, and this Q dot multiplied by, so let's say Q is equal to, मैं इसको I लेता हूँ, तो I, this is the thermal current, then Q is equal to I multiplied by T, that's 9 seconds, that is equal to 9 delta T divided by 3R. ये heat transfer हो रही है कुछ टाइम के लिए. Configuration 2 में है, दोनों को इस तरह से रख दिया जाता है. This is K and this is 2K. So resistance R, resistance 2R, resistance R. So R equivalent is equal to R by 3, and then here because delta T is same, current I prime is equal to what? 3 delta T by 2R. Then let's say heat transfer is Q and time taken is T, then I get I into T, and this is equal to 3 delta T divided by 2R into T. This heat should be equal to this, comparing and making them equal. 9 delta T divided by 3R equal to 3 delta T divided by 2R multiplied by small t. This cancel out. 3 1 3 also comes. This implies T is equal to 2 seconds. This is the answer to the problem. Actually, option number 1. Next question number 29. Heat required to melt 1 gram of ice is 80 calorie. Man melts 60 gram of ice by chewing it in 1 minute. His power is, तो power क्या हो जाएगा? Is equal to 60 gram multiplied by 80 calorie divided by total time 60 minutes. So it's basically 80 calorie. That is equal to 80 multiplied by 4.12, something like 4.21 होता है. I'm like this is in calorie. We need to convert that into joule. So 4.18 something, and that comes out to be, multiplying it, 336 watt. So this is the power of the man to melt the ice by chewing it. Next question number 30. Here, so uniform metallic rod rotate about its perpendicular bisector with constant angular speed. If it is heated uniformly to raise its temperature slightly. तो temperature देखो uniform rod है, इसको rotate किया जा रहा है, इसके about moment of inertia I, angular velocity omega, and angular momentum is equal to I into omega. अब heat करने पे क्या होगा? Its length will change. ठीक है? तो heat करने पे I will increase, I prime will be increased, and but because no external torque, no force is there, that's why L must be constant. So this will be I prime into omega prime. This implies it is increased, then it has to decrease. So its speed of rotation decreases, matching with option number 2. Next question number 31. The wave function in a unit of an electromagnetic wave is given as this. The speed of the wave is given by V is equal to omega by K, and standard equation of wave है, तो यहाँ पे अपन divide करेंगे तो omega by K, that is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 14 divided by, it's 3 into 10 to the power 6. This is coming out to be 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, matching with option number 2. Next question number 32. Electric and magnetic field associated with the EM wave propagating along x-axis can be. तो यहाँ पे जो wave है, this is y, z, and this is x. Wave इधर propagate कर रहा है, तो definitely electric और magnetic field को y-z plane में होना पड़ेगा. You can just check those options, only it will be matching. First में electric field I cap, definitely not possible. Second में magnetic field I cap, not possible. Third में magnetic field I cap, not possible. Fourth में magnetic field J cap and electric field J cap and magnetic field K cap, that's possibly correct. और ये आपके पास E bar cross B bar should be parallel to C bar, मतलब speed of way. So that's exactly matching with option number 4. Next question number 33. तो यहाँ पे आपको देखना है initially the key was placed on 1 till the capacitor got fully charged. So let's say the charge on the capacitor is Q0. Now it is placed at placed on 2 at t is equal to 0. The time when the energy in both the capacitor and inductor will be same. So energy is same means like I can write Q0 square by 2c. This is the total energy, and it is divided equally. So means half of this energy will be available in Q square by capacitor. So this implies Q is equal to Q0 by √2. तो अभी अपन लिख सकते हैं Q is equal to what from capacitor Q0 into cos of omega into t, और omega का होगा √1 by LC. So this implies time where the current will be charge on the capacitor will be Q0 by √2. So it's Q0 by √2 is equal to Q0 into cos of omega t. This implies omega t is equal to pi by 4. This implies t is equal to pi by 4 omega, and substituting it pi by 4 √2 over LC. This is the answer matching with option number 3. And next question number 34. तो यहाँ पे है in an AC circuit the instantaneous value of EMF and current are 10 sin 50 pi t and 10 sin 50 pi t plus pi by 3. The average power consumed in the power the circuit. So average power is given by P average is equal to I RMS या फिर I0 V0 divided by 2 into cos of phi. Phi is the power factor. So this is cos phi is power factor. So this is 10 multiplied by 10 divided by 2 multiplied by cos pi by 3, that is equal to half. So it's coming out to be 25 watt. This is the average power consumed in the circuit, and that's mentioned in option number 2. Next question number 35. A direct current of 2 ampere and an alternating current having a maximum means peak value of 2 ampere flow through two identical resistances. The ratio of heat produced in the two resistances will be. तो यहाँ पे heat produced in case of DC it's simply I square into R into T. In case of AC, it's I RMS square into R into T, and ID divided by I HR HA. This is equal to 2 square into R into T. और यहाँ पे पीक वैल्यू तुम्हें दे रखी है 2, तो RMS वैल्यू हो जाएगी 2 by √2, that is equal to √2. So it's √2 whole square into R into T. Simplifying it, it's coming out to be 2 by 1. That means 2:1 is the ratio, matching with option number 3. Next question number 36. An alternating EMF of angular frequency omega is applied across an interface. The instantaneous power developed in the circuit has an angular frequency. The power developed, मान सकते हैं EMF applied is some E0 into sine of omega t, and current can be written as E0 divided by XL into sine of omega t minus pi by 2, right? Instantaneous power will be equal to E into I, and that is equal to E0 into E0 by XL into sine of omega t into sine of omega t minus pi by 2. इसको अपन rearrange कर सकते हैं sin theta into sin phi, that is 2 cos of like cos of 2 theta or something. So the angular frequency will be definitely becoming 2 omega. So omega prime will be equal to 2 omega for the instantaneous power. That's matching with option number 4. Okay, next question number 37. Let me erase the board. Okay, so next question number 37. In the given LCR circuit, the voltage across terminal of resistance and current will be. तो यहाँ पे देखो आप सर्किट को देखेंगे तो यहाँ पे आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि across inductor and capacitor voltages are same, and that is possible only when the circuit is in resonance. So that इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Complete voltage of the source will appear across resistance. That's why straightforward we can answer the voltage potential difference across resistance will be equal to potential of the source, that is 100 volt, and current will be equal to V divided by R, that is coming out to be 2 ampere. So that's matching with option number 3. So question number 37. So I is equal to 2 ampere and V is equal to 100 volt across the resistor, matching with option number 3. Next question number 38. This is matching with option number 3. Drum of radius r and mass m rolls down without slipping along an inclined plane of angle theta. The frictional force, तो एक ड्रम अगर inclined plane के नाम रोल करता है उस सिचुएशन में देखो इसके पास सेंटर ऑफ मास पे g sin theta एक्सिस में होता है. Friction here act upward if it try to rotate or increase its angular velocity. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? To convert the translational kinetic energy to rotational kinetic energy, that seems right. Dissipate energy, no. In case of pure rolling, energy is not dissipated. Decreases rotational energy, no. That is also decreases rotational and translational energy, definitely not. It's matching with option number 1. Convert the translational kinetic energy into rotational kinetic energy. Next question number 39. Composite rod comprising of two rods of mass m and 2m, each of length 1 meter, as shown in the figure. W is equal to 10 radian per second and m is equal to 1 kg. The kinetic energy of rotating composite rod is. तो यहाँ पे आपके पास रोटेटिंग कंपोजिट रॉड है, वो इस तरह से, दिस इज मास m and length l, here mass 2m and length l. तो इसको सिस्टम को इसके अबाउट एंगुलर वेलोसिटी से, तो अब लिखेंगे काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल बी इक्वल टू हाफ I net multiplied by omega square. I due to this, so this is coming out to be 1 by 2. I तो इसके वजह से हो जाएगा m l square by 12 प्लस इसकी वजह से अब it's about n, so it will be 3 plus due to this ICM, that is m mass 2 into l square divided by 12 plus mass 2m into l. So this distance from center of mass, that is 3l by 2 whole square. This is your I multiplied by omega square. Substituting the value of m is equal to 1 kg, l is equal to 1 meter. We are getting this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6 plus this is coming out to 2 and 9 by 2, right? And into 100. इसको भी सॉल्व करते हैं, सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं, एलसीएम ले लेंगे. ये 1 by 3, that's right. 2 by 12 means okay. 4 and 2 gets cancelled. This is taking LCM 6, and this is 2 plus 1 plus 28. Right, and okay, multiplied by 1 by 2 into 100 because omega is 10. This is 100. इसको solve करते हैं, then this is coming out to be ये कितना होगा 31 divided by 12 multiplied with 100. ये simplify करने के बाद आता है roughly 250 joule. We can simplify it further. So this is the energy for question number 39, matching with option number 3. Rotational kinetic energy of the composite rod. Next question number 40. Approach बहुत simple सा है. इसकी वजह से total moment of inertia, इसकी वजह से moment of inertia. ये हो गया rod 1 का. And this is ICM for rod 2 plus md square. So this complete is the moment of inertia of rod 2 multiplied by 1 by 2 I into omega square. Simplifying it, you will get answer. Next question number 40. The rotational kinetic energy of body is E in the absence of external torque. If mass of body is half and radius of gyration is double, then its rotational kinetic energy will be. तो rotational kinetic energy क्या होती है? E is equal to half into I into omega square. अब क्या हो रहा है? And I is equal to m into k square. ठीक है? Now mass is made half and radius of gyration is double. So m prime is m by 2, k prime is 2k. This implies I prime is equal to m by 2 multiplied by 2k का whole square, that is equal to 2i. So because no external torques means L must be constant, so I multiplied by omega must be equal to I prime multiplied by omega prime. I into omega is equal to 2i into omega prime. This implies omega prime is equal to omega by 2. So final angular velocity of rotation is half. Then kinetic energy will be equal to E prime will be 1 by 2 into 2i into omega by 2 whole square. This is coming out to be how much? Omega I square divided by 2 divided by 2. This is equal to E by 2, that is 0.5 E. That is matching with option number 1. Next question number 41. So if two disks of moment of inertia I1 and I2 rotating about collinear axis passing through their center of mass and perpendicular to their plane with angular speed omega 1 omega 2 respectively in opposite direction are made to rotate combinedly along same axis, then the magnitude of angular velocity of the system. Here we need to apply conservation of angular momentum. तो यहाँ पे क्योंकि एक का angular momentum I1 omega 1, another disk is in opposite signs, so it's I2 into omega 2. Finally, coaxially, so means net moment of inertia will be I1 plus I2. And let's say final angular velocity is omega. Okay, this implies omega is coming out to be I1 omega 1 minus I2 omega 2 divided by I1 plus I2. This is the answer matching with option number 2. Next question number 42. So here the angular momentum of particle rotating with central force is constant due to central force की वजह से जो torque है system पे वो zero होता है, so that's why angular momentum will be constant. So right option is 4, zero torque. Next question number 43. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा आपको क्वेश्चन चीजें नहीं मेंशन है. एक रॉड है, इनिशियली ओरिएंटेशन इस तरह से है and finally it's coming in this orientation. So in this it will be gaining some angular velocity. So by conservation of energy, mgl by 2 is equal to half into I ml square by 3 into omega square. This implies omega prime is coming out to be 2 gets cancelled, 3g divided by l root over this. This is the angular velocity. अब आपको angular momentum पूछा गया है. So l is equal to I into omega. I is ml square by 3 multiplied by root over 3g by l. Simplifying it, it's coming out to be ml. This is g by 3 into l. This is angular momentum matching with option number 4. Option number 4, yes. Next question number 44. A system of particle is free from any external force, means no force is there. If v bar and a bar with the velocity and acceleration of the center of mass of the system, then choose the correct statement. तो अगर force 0 है तो means acceleration has to be 0. So we can say both a and v must be 0, not necessary because the system might be having a constant velocity. Both a and v must be non-zero, that is also not. V may be 0, that is right, but a must be 0. This is matching absolutely, and v must be 0, a may be non-zero. No, so the third is the it's logical question matching with option number 3. Next question number 45. A curve for moment of inertia of sphere of constant mass m versus distance of axis from its center. तो ये by parallel axis theorem it's ICM plus mass into r square. And the plot for this will be equal to a parabolic this, and which is matching with option number 2. So this is all about your paper DCRT03. I hope this video is helpful for clearing your doubts or the questions which you were not able to solve during your exam, and that's all about this paper. Thank you everyone. See you.